My child, you did not stumble upon this message by accident. I have drawn you here in this exact moment because I have something to tell you. I have seen your heart, its burdens, its longing, its silent cries in the night when no one else is listening. I know the weight you carry, the questions that trouble your mind, the emptiness that nothing in this world has been able to fill. You have searched for answers in many places, but deep inside, you have always known where you truly belong. This is my voice calling you home. You may think you have strayed too far, that you are beyond my reach, but I have never taken my eyes off you. From the moment you took your first breath, I have been with you. Every road you have walked, every mistake, every regret, I have seen it all, yet my love for you has never wavered. Even in the moments when you felt most alone, I was there. I have whispered to you in the stillness, placed reminders of my presence along your path, and even now I am reaching out to you again, not in anger, not in judgment, but in love. Do you feel it? That stirring within you, that unshakable sense that you are meant for more than this world has offered you? That is me. I have set eternity in your heart, a longing that nothing else can satisfy but my presence. You have tried to quiet it, to distract yourself, to fill it with things that never last. But still, the hunger remains. Because you were made for me and nothing else will ever be enough. My arms are open, waiting to embrace you. There is nothing you must prove, nothing you must fix before you return. Just come. I have plans for you, greater than you have imagined. Plans to heal, to restore, to fill you with peace that no storm can shake. The world may have told you that you are not enough, that you are forgotten, that you are unworthy of love. But I am the one who formed you, who breathed life into you, and I do not make mistakes. You are mine. And I have been waiting for you, not with disappointment, but with joy, because you are my beloved, and you are worth everything. Listen closely, my child. This is your moment. The distractions of the world will try to pull you away. The doubts will whisper that this is not real. But deep within, you know the truth. You are hearing this now because I am calling you. Will you answer? Will you take my hand and let me lead you? Come, my child. I have been waiting for you. My child, I have watched you drift, pulled by the currents of this world, searching for meaning in places that could never satisfy your soul. I have seen your struggles, the battles you fought in silence, the moments when you questioned if I was even there. You have wandered far, believing at times that you were too broken, too distant to return. But hear me now. No distance is too great, no failure too deep, no sin too heavy that my love cannot reach you. You may have let go of me, but I have never let go of you. Even in the moments when you felt abandoned, I was with you. When you wept behind closed doors, when your heart ached with burdens you couldn't share, when you thought no one saw, my eyes never left you. Every tear you shed I have counted, every prayer, even the one spoken in doubt, I have heard. You have never been unseen, never been forgotten. I have carried you through storms you didn't even know you would survive, protected you from dangers you never noticed. You may have strayed, but I have always been near. Do you remember the times when something inside you longed for more? When your heart whispered that this world was not your home? That was me calling to you. Every moment of peace, every unexpected kindness, every unexplainable comfort in the midst of your pain, it was my hand guiding you back to me. I have never turned away from you, even when you turned away from me. My love is not conditional, nor is it dependent on your perfection. It is steadfast, unchanging, and waiting for you to accept it once more. Come back to me, my child. You do not need to carry the weight of your past. There is no shame that my mercy cannot wash away, no wound that my hands cannot heal. I am not a distant God waiting for you to prove yourself. I am your Father, longing to embrace you as you are. Let go of the fear that tells you you are unworthy. Let go of the guilt that tells you it is too late. My arms are open, and they have always been. Return to me, and I will restore all that was lost. You are still mine. No matter how far you have wandered, my love remains. It is not too late, and you are not beyond redemption. I am calling you back, not with condemnation, but with grace. You are not lost. You are simply on the way home. Will you take that step? Will you allow me to lead you once more? Come, my beloved, I have never left you, and I never will. My child, I have been speaking to you all along. In ways both grand and small, I have been calling your name, reaching into your life with whispers of my presence. The moments you called coincidence, the feelings you could not explain, The unshakable sense that there was something more. Those were not accidents, they were signs, carefully placed before you, meant to remind you that you are not alone. But the world is loud, distractions endless, and too often my voice has been drowned out. Yet still I have been here waiting for you to see. Have you ever wondered why certain doors closed while others opened? Why you were protected from things you once begged for, only to later understand why they were never meant for you? I have guided your steps even when you did not recognize my hand. The times you felt an unseen peace in the midst of sorrow. The moments when hope arose just as you were about to give up. That was me. I have placed people in your life, sent words to your heart, aligned events in ways only I could orchestrate, all to lead you back to me. But my child, you have also ignored my signs. You have dismissed the tug on your spirit, explaining it away as mere emotion. You have silenced the voice within you that reminded you of me, choosing instead the distractions that numbed your soul. I have knocked on the door of your heart time and time again, but I will not force my way in. I am patient, I am loving, and I am still calling. If only you would slow down, be still, and listen, you would hear me. You would see that I have never stopped pursuing you. Even now, this very moment is a sign. You were meant to hear this not by chance but by divine appointment. I have led you to this message because I am reminding you once more. I am here. I always have been. I have seen your struggles, your doubts, your pain, and still I call you by name just as I always have. You have not missed your chance. The invitation remains open. All I ask is that you open your heart and recognize what you have always known deep inside. My love for you has never wavered. So now, my child, I ask you, will you notice? Will you open your eyes to the signs I have placed before you? Will you listen to the voice within that has been calling you home? This moment is not an accident. It is another sign, another invitation, another chance to return to me. The choice is yours, but know this: I will never stop calling you, and I will never stop loving you. Come and see what I have prepared for you. My child, I see the burdens you carry, the silent battles, the worries that press upon your heart, the pain you have tried so hard to hide. You have grown weary, walking through life with a weight that was never meant for you to bear alone. The past haunts you, the future unsettles you, and the present feels like a storm that never ends. But listen closely. This is not how I created you to live. You were never meant to walk alone, never meant to hold on to sorrow that crushes your spirit. Let me carry it for you. I have watched as you tried to be strong, as you pushed forward despite the heaviness in your soul. I have seen you search for peace in things that could never give it, trying to silence the ache with distractions that never last. But my child, true peace does not come from the world, it comes from me. I am the only one who can give you rest, the only one who can lift what has become too heavy for you. You were never meant to do this on your own. That is why I am here. That is why I have always been here. Bring your burdens to me. Every regret, every fear, every wound you have tried to heal on your own. You do not need to fix yourself before coming to me. Come as you are with all that you carry and place it in my hands. I am not angry with you. I do not condemn you. I only long to heal you, to restore what has been broken, to give you the peace your soul has been crying out for. You do not have to hold on to the pain anymore. Let it go. Let me take it from you. I promise you this. When you surrender your burdens to me, you will not leave empty-handed. I will trade your sorrow for joy, your weariness for strength, your despair for hope. The weight that has crushed you for so long will no longer define you, for I will lift it and carry you in my arms. You are not alone. You have never been alone. I am with you now, just as I have always been, waiting for you to finally release what was never meant to be yours to bear. So, my child, will you let me take it? Will you trust me enough to lay it all down at my feet? You do not have to keep fighting, struggling, or pretending you are fine when your heart is crying out for relief. I am here. I have always been here. Give me your burdens, and in return, I will give you rest. Let go, and let me lift you into the peace I have prepared for you. My child, if only you could see what I have prepared for you. Every doubt, every fear, every hesitation would disappear. You have spent so much time searching, wondering if there is more to life than the struggles you face, more than the emptiness this world has offered. I tell you now, there is. Beyond your pain, beyond your past, beyond everything that has tried to hold you back, I have something greater waiting for you. A life of purpose, of peace, of unshakable joy. If you knew the depth of the love I have for you, you would run into my arms without a second thought. You see only what is in front of you, but I see the whole path. I know where you have been, and I know where I am leading you. There are blessings you have yet to receive, doors waiting to open, healing that has already begun even though you cannot yet feel it. What lies ahead is not darkness, but light, not fear, but freedom. I am not calling you to a life of burden, but to a life of abundance, the kind that cannot be taken away by circumstances or the passing of time. This is what I have longed to give you, something eternal, something unshakable. But my child, I will not force this upon you. Love does not demand, it invites. I have been calling you, waiting for you, preparing a place for you in my presence, but you must choose to step forward. The enemy would have you believe that it is too late, that you are unworthy, that you must fix yourself before coming to me. Do not believe these lies. You were never meant to walk alone, never meant to struggle in the dark when my light has always been within reach. I have already made the way clear. All you have to do is take my hand. If you could see the joy that awaits you, the peace that comes when you surrender, you would not hesitate. You would not delay. The pain of your past does not have to dictate your future. The weight you carry does not have to define you. I have called you to something greater, something beyond what you have ever known. Do not let fear steal what I have prepared for you. Do not let the lies of this world keep you from the truth that has been calling out to you all along. Come now, my child. Step into the life I have written for you. No more running, no more searching, no more wondering if you are enough. You are mine, and I have been waiting for this moment, to welcome you home, to show you what I have prepared, to fill you with a love so deep it will change everything. If you only knew what awaits you, you would not hesitate. So come, and see for yourself. My child, there is a battle for your soul, though you may not always see it. The enemy has tried to keep you distracted, filling your mind with doubts, your heart with fear, and your life with noise. He whispers that you are unworthy, that you are too broken, that it is too late for you to return. He plants lies to make you believe that I have abandoned you, that my love is conditional, that you are alone. But hear me now, none of this is true. I have never left you, and I never will. That is why the enemy fights so hard to keep you from hearing my voice, because once you do, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Have you noticed how distractions multiply when you try to seek me? How your mind fills with worries the moment you desire to pray? This is not a coincidence. The enemy fears what will happen when you finally turn back to me. He knows that once you step into my presence, his grip on you will break. That is why he tries to keep you bound in guilt, in busyness, in the illusion that you are alone in your struggles. But my child, I am not far from you. I am closer than you realize, and I have already won the battle for your soul. Do not be deceived by the voices that tell you that you are beyond redemption. Do not let the weight of your past keep you from stepping into the future I have prepared for you. The enemy wants you to believe that you are shackled, but the chains were broken long ago. The moment my son took the cross, every sin, every failure, every burden was paid for in full. You are not bound. You are not forgotten. You are mine, and I have given you the power to rise above the darkness that has tried to hold you down. But my child, you must choose. You must decide whether you will continue to listen to the lies or step into the truth that has always been waiting for you. The enemy wants you paralyzed by fear, but I have called you into freedom. He wants you to believe that you are unworthy of love, but my love is the very thing that created you. The moment you open your heart to me, the moment you surrender, the enemy loses his hold. Light will flood the places that darkness tried to claim, and you will know what it truly means to be free. So do not turn away. Do not let the doubt steal this moment from you. You were meant to hear this. This is your time to wake up, to see clearly, to know that I am calling you home. The enemy has tried to keep you from me, but he cannot win unless you let him. Take my hand, my child. The battle is already won, and you belong to me. Step into the light and never look back. My child, I see what has been broken. I know the wounds you carry, the disappointments that have left you weary, the dreams you buried because hope felt too painful to hold on to. You have been wandering, trying to heal in places that could never restore you, searching for peace in things that were never meant to satisfy your soul. But hear me now. I am the one who makes all things new. What was lost can be found. What was wounded can be healed. and what was shattered can be made whole again. Come back to me and I will restore you. You have believed the lie that too much time has passed, that you have gone too far, that restoration is for others, but not for you. But I do not see you through the eyes of your past. I see you through the love that formed you. No mistake, no failure, no moment of weakness has changed my plans for you. I knew every part of your journey before you ever took your first breath, and still, I chose you. Still, I have been calling you. Still, I am waiting with open arms, ready to rebuild what was broken and redeem what was lost. Look around, my child. The signs are everywhere. The moments of grace, the unexplainable peace, the pull in your heart that never fades. These are not coincidences. These are my whispers, my reminders, my love reaching out to you even when you have turned away. Nothing you have done has changed my heart toward you. Nothing you have lost is beyond my power to restore. I am not asking you to fix yourself before you return. I am asking you to come as you are and let me do what only I can do. I know it is hard to trust again when life has left you scarred. I know surrender feels risky when you have been let down before, but my love is not like the love of this world. It does not fade, it does not break, it does not leave. You are safe in my hands. Let me lift the weight from your shoulders. Let me heal the wounds you have carried for too long. Let me restore the joy you thought was lost forever. I am not here to remind you of your failures. I am here to remind you of your worth. You are still my child. You always have been. So come back to me. Do not wait any longer. I have seen your pain, and I am ready to turn it into something beautiful. I have seen your struggles, and I am ready to lead you into freedom. I have seen your longing, and I am ready to fill it with a love so deep, so unshakable, that nothing in this world can compare. Take my hand. Step into the life I have prepared for you. Let me restore what was lost, redeem what was broken, and renew what has been waiting inside you all along. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond my reach. You are mine, and I am calling you home. My child, I have spoken to you and you have felt it. This is not just another moment. This is your moment. The world will tell you to ignore this stirring in your heart, to push it aside and continue as you always have. But deep inside, you know the truth. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to be here. This is my invitation, not just to listen, but to respond. I am calling you back to me, not just for a fleeting feeling, but for a life forever changed. The choice is before you. Will you step into my arms, or will you turn away once more? I do not ask you to be perfect. I do not ask you to have all the answers. I ask only this, that you trust me enough to take the first step. You have carried burdens that were never yours to bear, run in circles trying to find what only I can give. But you do not have to run anymore. You do not have to search any longer. I am here. I have always been here, waiting, watching, loving you through it all. No matter what has come before, no matter what you fear lies ahead, my love remains the same, everlasting, unchanging, yours. But my child, love is a choice. I will never force you, never push you, never drag you where you do not wish to go. I have given you the gift of free will because love must be chosen. And so, I place this before you now, not as a demand, but as a calling. You have heard my voice. You have felt my presence. You have been reminded of who you are and whose you are. But now the next step is yours. Will you open your heart? Will you surrender? Will you come home to the one who has never stopped waiting for you? This moment is not an accident. It is not a mistake. It is a divine appointment written long before you were even born. You were meant to hear this, meant to know that I have been calling you since the beginning of time. There will always be distractions, always be reasons to wait, always be voices telling you to delay. But my child, tomorrow is never promised. All you truly have is now. And right now, I am here, standing before you, offering you something greater than anything this world could ever give. My love, my peace, my presence. Will you take it? Come. Do not hesitate. Do not allow fear to steal this moment from you. Step into the life I have prepared, the love that has always been yours, the future that is waiting in my hands. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not beyond saving. You are mine, and I am calling you, one last time. Come home.